Hey, Conn.
Hi, Conn.
Well, hello, Daniel and Aaron. It's certainly great having you both with us, and congratulations on your new hit show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Daniel, I have to ask right off the top, how frustrating is it to train Aaron to be a detective?
It's not frustrating at all because the teaching process only lasts for about an episode or so before his character kind of really catches up.
I'm a quick study.
He's a quick study, yeah.
Well, I'm certainly glad Aaron is a good study, but what makes you guys such a dynamic duo?
I mean, one part of it is the fact that Aaron and I get along so well just as people, and so does the rest of the cast. You hear a lot of casts say that publicly when really behind the scenes that's not the case, but on Graceland, thankfully, that is the case. So I think that's, you know, the gelling and the chemistry between the actual actors who are on the show, I think, is one of the main things.
But also,
well, Aaron, do you agree?
Absolutely.
No, I hate Daniel.
I can't. I don't come out of my trailer until he does. I mean, no, it's awesome. But no, really, and also the relationship between Mike and Paul is a really interesting one, and it's not just mentor-mentee. I think they immediately find out that they are both very, very smart and kind of working on a different intellectual level than a lot of people, and so there's a lot of push and pull, and they're kind of different schools of thought of what's right and what's wrong, and so over the course of the season they learn a lot from each other as they're moving forward together.
So what have the writers done to give your characters breathing room to kind of improvise?
Well, the fact that they're not that they don't require us to be absolutely word perfect, I think that's you don't find that very often, but I think you should find it more often because there's something that actors have, a type of emotional intelligence where, you know, sometimes you see something on the page and it could work, but not really as written. And you might have a suggestion for a tweak or an alternate version of the same line that communicates the same intention or information. And oftentimes that gets shot down, but we're very fortunate in the sense that Jeff Easton is very collaborative and he's open to our input in that regard. Which
is like a dream for us because you really, as Daniel said, it's not the norm. And so to work on something that we really feel like, even if it's not ultimately what we do, that at all times we are heard and our ideas are dealt with and a lot of times are put into place. So it's a great thing to work on. Don't
get us wrong, though. If our ideas suck, we are also told that...
They shoot them down, also.
They don't just take anything that we offer, yeah. But.
You guys are funny indeed, but what have you guys learned about detectives in doing these roles that you appreciate even more?
I learned that I'm glad that I play one on television instead of having to do it in real life, because it's a really, really tough job, and these people are put in very dangerous, life-threatening, life-or-death situations on a daily basis, and... I think you know, we got to work with a lot of agents and undercover police, and we got to do gun training and stuff. And I have to say, I'd never shot a handgun before. And actually, really having that in your hand and feeling what it really is puts it in a very real place. And so I think it's easy to pull out a gun and say, "Hey, freeze!" But when you really feel what that is and feel the magnitude of it, I think you really realize what these people do.
For me, it was the psychological stress that it became apparent, that people who do this for a living must live with on a daily basis. When, for instance, the guy that you get your morning paper and coffee from has to think that you work for the sanitation department or you're like a school teacher or something, or you're sitting in the face of some gangster or drug lord and trying to sell a lie, and the consequences of not doing so effectively could mean a bullet to the head. Again, to echo Aaron's sentiment, I'm just glad to be doing it on TV and not to have to do it in real life.
Well, you certainly have me excited to tune into USA Network to see the show, but given your tremendous success, last question, what advice would you give to others living out their dreams given what you both have achieved?
Wow.
Yeah, that's, I'm always amazed when people ask me that, but I think, yeah, what you said, if you love something and you're living your dream, I mean, you can't pour yourself into it enough, and just enjoy it and go for it.
I would agree. I'm of the opinion that we're here on this planet to kind of put vision to reality, and so I would just say that if you're chasing some dream, no matter what it is, in the arts or science or business or what have you, just don't stop, because dreams are what make life worth living.
And also, dreams are a lot closer than I think we realize a lot of times. So just keep pushing for it.
It's the truth. I mean, literally, like 10 years ago, if you had asked me where I would be now, I certainly probably wouldn't think I'd be sitting here talking to you, Conn, about my new TV show that
Me
was about to come
neither.
out. So, you know what I mean? Dreams are closer than we think.
Yeah.
Well, we're certainly glad you guys pushed through, but I've got to say, it is a dream come true for me to interview you both.
Thanks, man.
You,
Oh, Conn.
Conn, are you conning me, Conn?